look what came today. The Admiral. Admiral, you are in charge. And look, it's for the N64, PC, Mac, and Android. Oh, it's compatible with iOS as well. Bitchin'. It's premium wireless Bluetooth controller for the N64. So that means that this thing is actually just the dongle for it. And this opening right here is kind of cool because you can put your memory card in there and dump it to an SD card. So, pretty neat. Let's open this bad boy up.
Can you put a memory card in the actual controller?
You cannot. It's too small. So let's open it up. So here's the manual. Get the manual.
You can get it in white too?
What? You can get it in white. Alright. So here is this thing. That's where the memory card goes. That's the SD card. And if I remember right from the interviews, this button right here synchronizes them. And then this is probably to update it because it's a micro USB. And then here is the controller. Actually, it feels pretty good. And it's got a little bit of a charge to it. The triggers are okay. And you know what? I might actually be able to play Star Fox with this because in Star Fox, your Z button is actually here. And you use the right button as the... These are your tilt left, tilt right. And this is not so far away that it's going to drive me crazy. So I think. The controller shape's a little awkward, but overall it feels decent. The D-pad feels decent. The analog stick feels decent. The C buttons feel nothing like the N64 buttons, or even the Brawler. So the buttons on this one, the stick, I actually think that the analog and the C buttons and the buttons feel a little bit better on the Brawler. But none of them feel like the original. But then again, you're not in this weird-ass awkward controller. Anyway, one of the things about this controller, though, is it was designed for 3 hands. So some games you play like this with 6 buttons. Some games you play like this, and then this would essentially be your L button, which on this is your Z. And then others you could play like this if you needed twin analog or so forth. Very few games, and I can't think of any offhand actually use that. But you know what? I think my go-to game on this is going to be Star Fox. My son and I were just talking, and one of the things that's absent here is a spot for the Rumble Pack. Not a huge deal for me because I've been using the GameCube Wavebird for so long, but it's just something to note. Also, if you look up here, it tells you exactly what everything is for. I was right, that is the synchronized button. And then you can switch the mode, and then what do we got here?
Got a little switch.
Yep. So
SD card slot and another plug.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that that SD card thing synchronizes properly, and I'll play with it in a later video. But this is the information it says on there, and that's pretty much a given because micro SD cards only go in one way. Although you can force them to go other ways, it just really doesn't like it. Okay, so what this means right here, the CM, is the controller mode. When you move it this way, it's now in the transfer mode. And then you hit sync and it'll synchronize the memory card with the SD card. When you've got it in controller mode, the sync button will sync it with this controller. And the sync button for this one is up here. That's your charging connector. If you want to use it with something other than the N64, hold down this button for 5 seconds while something else is pairable, and you'll be able to sync it with that. Okay, let's synchronize this. So, controller is in the down position, which is the transmitter. We'll hit sync. It's blinking. We'll hit sync. 5 seconds. We'll hit sync again, just to be on the safe side. Blinky blinky. There we go. I think we have a connection. Once you synchronize, all you got to do is hit the start button or hit a button. It'll turn it on. You should have a solid blue light. So I have Star Fox pretty quiet right now. Let's see how this game plays with this thing. Now, one of my gripes with the Brawler was that in Star Fox in particular, this was your right turn, This was your left turn. The way this is laid out, I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal. Let's find out. So I'll just play the first level of this game because it's, quite frankly, the only N64 game I know that well. And I do have the mClassic on. I'm using the Super 64 with smoothing. And let's give it a whirl. So the A and B feel pretty natural. Yeah, let's just get to it. The controller's a little angular. So I don't find it as comfortable as, say, the Brawler or the Wavebird, but you know what? It's not that expensive of a controller, so I can't really piss and moan too much. I mean, I can try, but who wants to hear it? No, I don't like that. Take that, you silly enemy. This is horrible! Oh, I will get that. I will get that. I went through that. I mean, I'm not having any problem controlling the thing, so it feels alright to me. I'm able to do the boost. I don't use brakes, I use boost. And now the checkpoint. Hallelujah! Yeah. Falco, you should always be thankful to Star Fox because you are on the Star Fox team. I got the wrong damn thing. And to say I knew this game. Ha ha ha! I do like the button placement a little bit better. I am able to control my ship a little bit better because the buttons are set up that way. Please, somebody who makes one of these damn controllers, can you do me a favor and actually make the L and R and the Z's mappable? At least on the N64. Now the reason I didn't go under all of these is because I don't want to go to the alternate method, I don't want to go to the alternate location. I want to go here. Let's go. And now we're fighting the giant robot. So take out a leg and then just shoot him in his back, and he's very easy to beat. There he is. Now I'm just gonna go around and now just hit him in his backpack, and he is toast. My Emperor! I failed you! So, looking at this, can you see this, the way this is laying? That's not comfortable. The controller does what it's supposed to do, but I wouldn't say it's the most comfortable thing to hold like this, you know? But I don't know. It wasn't that expensive. It was only like 40 bucks, so can't bitch and moan too much. I know I keep saying that, but yet I am. So, overall, I kind of like it, but I wanted a wireless. I'm interested to see how the RetroBit does, and I'll probably buy that one too. Unless RetroBit sends me one. But either way, I'm going to have one, so stay tuned, and have a good one. Bye-bye.